So today we're doing something different, y'all. We're gonna start a new mini series called Life Be Lifin'. So we're gonna have a little bit of conversation about just all of life's transitions. I think ultimately, the brand is really about living your best in your whole life. So that happens in the midst of a lot of transitioning things in life. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. First question for y'all. When life be lifing, what do y'all do? What does that feel like? How does life be lifing? That's like 7 questions in one. So just answer however you want to answer.
My answer might be a little long-winded, but when it's changed for me.
Okay.
And it's changed because life has changed, as redundant as that sounds. Usually I used to just take life at a certain speed and it would work for me, at my pace, and it would work for me. And now life moves a lot of different ways, a lot of different times, even a shorter amount of times than I was used to before. So now, since like turning a new age or whatever, or life changing from a professional standpoint or from a family standpoint, like me having a family now, and a wife and a child.
Yeah. All those things.
Yeah, like I've had to navigate transition differently. And candidly, it's been like a struggle for me and my wife to navigate transition and like how we communicate that, because she operated differently than I did. And the way that she operated was probably better suited to like where we are now. So I had to kind of not play catch up, but like I had to move in a different gear. And I think what I learned, especially like I'm a big basketball fan, and as we record this, the NBA Finals is going on throughout this time. I watch basketball and I'm like, okay, both these teams that are playing in the finals currently, they play at a certain pace that is comfortable for them. It just so happens that pace it's constantly in transition, both on offense and defense. And for me, I had to like look at how I look at how life be life and say, okay, I have to change my pace now.
That's a word for the people. Yeah. That was good to me.
Change my
pace. Yeah. I admittedly panic first. I do panic first, but similar to what KB just mentioned, I have had to learn how to think about it first and then go with it instead of panicking, changing my pace, because panicking doesn't do anything and it's not going to change the situation. I also have had to adjust to how my husband responds to things, because he thinks very logically, right? I'm like, what are we doing right now? So yeah, we've had a lot of transitions lately, a whole lot of transitions. And in your mind, you think that things are going to go a certain way or a specific way, and it does not go that way. And everything has kind of like flipped on its head. And so it's just kind of like, how are we going to approach this now? Because, we can't keep doing stuff the same way, because that's not getting us anywhere. Yeah, that's so true. And it's interesting that you guys talked about pace, because I think that's really important. And also, these are my friends, so I actually like know these people. But I'm thinking like we're all just turning 30 recently, and we're all kind of experiencing different life transitions. So like y'all are married and y'all got spouses and you got a child, but then I was thinking about me and the pace that I have to run for myself, because it's just me right now. So although we're like in the same life stage in terms of age, the way that we have to navigate our transitions are very much about pace for yourself and like pace per person. And I think that's been really interesting for me to navigate too, because 30 is kind of this weird age, I think, for me. I think primarily because you kind of talk about 30 so much. And it's like, oh my God, I'm going to be 30. What the heck does that even mean? Yeah. Like, and then you turn 30, it's like, oh, okay. Yeah. Like, there's life on the other side of 30 and it looks different. And I say weird just because I think I had more of a motivation to navigate life with a little bit more intention. So even though I'm also a panicker, like when life be life, I'm like, oh, I don't know how I'm going to do this. And I very much would be like, I need to try to do something instead of just
doing the thing that I said I'm gonna do. So really being able to like slow myself down and intentionally think about how to navigate as much as I can has been pretty helpful for me too.
Yeah. It's interesting that y'all both have to like slow down. I had to speed up. So like my initial reaction to lifing is to slow. Cause I do believe that like slow is smooth and smooth is fast. But like there are times where you actually have to just kick it into gear. And for me, like my gear shifted a little slower than persons around me may have liked. You know what I'm saying? And I only, you know what I'm saying, allow that to be a thing. Usually I'd be like, well, it's me. I don't care what nobody else thinks. But like my things now directly affect other people. Like specifically, you know what I'm saying? My wife and my child, like things directly affect them. If we were getting out the house to come here and like, if I moved any slower, you know what I'm saying? Like she would have been late and this, that, and the third, or whatever the case may be. The baby would have not had something that he needed or whatever the case may be. And so like, it's interesting that like, you know, we're sitting on opposite ends of the spectrum in that way. And then like, especially in regards to like transitioning just to a different age.
Yeah.
They all come with different things. So, you know what I'm saying? Like 16 was different than 18 was different than like a weird age like 20, which like
20
you just
was
don't.
weird.
Yeah, 20 is weird. 20 is dumb weird. And then like you get to 21, and it's like, okay, like where are my next milestones? I'm like, okay, cool. Maybe like 25 just because we like the way that the number sounds and looks, and you can rent a car or something. You know what I'm saying? But like after that, everybody's kind of like setting their sights on 30. And like 30 is that age where I thought it would either all be ending or all be beginning. And it's neither of those.
That's good.
I guess it's been neither of those.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought it was like, oh, like I had already peaked maybe, or I like am starting to maybe, like it's just starting, but it's not either of those. Then that transition for me has been like, honestly, it's been a wonderful experience to try to figure out. At the same time, it's been like such a blank canvas because I had to erase everything that I thought it was going to be. If you would have asked me before, like if you would have asked me before, and I'm not like I planned my life a certain way, but like looking at the older homies and people who I grew up around, like, oh yeah, I knew I was going to pass them by the time I was 30 or whatever.
Yeah.
And in some ways, yeah, that's the case. In some ways, it's not. But in every way, like, I'm like, oh, wait, I have to transition through all of these different things. And seemingly, like, it feels like, candidly, all at the same time.
Yeah. Yes. I've been feeling that a lot. Like, also, life and almost puts you, as much as you try to push things off, you are at the center of your life.
Right.
Every decision is really up to you.
And it means
the transition is on you to be able to navigate all that. And I think also, Kibby, what I'm hearing you saying is too, is like the deconstruction of it all. Like really have to recognize like this life I thought I was going to live might not be that way. In all the beautiful and all the heartbreaking ways. I think like the transition is all things beautiful and it can be all things heartbreaking at the same time because you really have to let go of this is what I thought my life was going to be at 30. Because what my life is not even remotely close to where I thought I was going to be. And that's been like amazing to see and also very like hard and anxiety inducing to see because that's 30. What is 31 going to be? I have no idea.
It's
like 20. 31, like 20. What is this even?
Yeah. I also think it's important to kind of like grieve what you thought it was going to be. Because like I said earlier, like when you get there and it's not anything like what you thought it was going to be, it kind of can, like you said, induce that anxiety or cause you to start panicking, right? I'm the youngest of the 30s on the couch.
That's crazy.
So literally like I'm a month into this. So, you know, before I turned 30, like they were said, you know, you just have all of these expectations and it feels like a lot of pressure to get it right, maybe, or to go into it the right way. But before I turned 30, I felt like it was very reflective. But even now, like only a month in,
but fully the age.
Yeah. I do feel myself like thinking about things differently, and just trying to, I guess just do things differently because it's like Sydney said, it's all like, I feel like all of the decisions, like you don't have anybody else there to help you make the decisions. And sure, like we've been adults for however long, like and on our own, but nah, like you really gotta, this doesn't really matter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yes.
Every decision matters in a way that I didn't know was going to be the case.
Yeah.
At this time, like every decision matters. Like from the decisions you make about your body, what you eat, how you move, like how intentional you are about certain things. Like, it's not just. I thought it was going to be like professional, personal. You know what I'm saying? Like I knew it was going to have to happen professional. I knew it was going to have to happen professional, and I knew it probably would need to happen personal. But like, it is equally important, all encompassing, all inclusive. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it is absolutely paramount that like all your decisions matter. Just in like navigating transition, regardless of age, right? Like all my decisions probably should have mattered when I was 26.
Right. Yeah.
Like, all of my decisions probably should have mattered when I was, 24. All of my decisions probably should have mattered at different ages, regardless. But now we're faced with the reality that like now for sure they do matter because like in some ways for me, I know like I kind of lost my safety nets in life. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been out on my own. Like I moved away from home when I was 17 and I spent a year back, but outside of that 1 year back, I never fully moved back. And all those things are constants, but like it's real life all the time.
Yeah. I think the first time I really experienced that was when my husband and I were planning our wedding. I don't know. But and it just felt like every single decision was up to us. Like it was so like, I don't know, it was trippy almost because it's like, you're used to like your safety net, like reaching out to your parents or whoever for advice or just for another opinion. But no, it was like, no, y'all got to make this decision and you have to decide whether or not like this affects other people or like just money, all of the things. So yeah, I fully everything matters.
Yeah. And shout out to the parents that then subscribe to the 18, kick them out. They absolutely shout out to those parents, bro. Shout out to the people who had those parents because we feel that in a real way how important and vital that was to even us being able to get to a point in which like we're able to function because we weren't just kicked out the nest and be like fly on your own. You know what I'm saying? Like my parents they've come in clutch for me in my grown age. And I'm appreciative. And like part of me like has to be like, okay, I can't be down on myself for like that being the case, but like that's what family's for. That's what
that's the beauty of
that. It is the beauty of it.
But safety nets are like a beautiful thing, and I think sometimes we think of it as like a bad thing, like, oh, you're not doing this, and it's like, I'm grateful, that I don't have to do that. Having a safety net is so important, and I really appreciate like what both of y'all are saying because it really talks about like the internal and the external factors of like life be lifing. Like life be lifing internally and life be lifing externally. Like the factors that you can't control, also the factors like inside of you that you have to control to go through life a little bit more. But yeah, so this is just an intro, guys. We're going to keep this going. And I think we're going to keep it going with just the three of us. I think it is a good... because we're kind of all in this life stage at the same time, so we'll probably keep this mini series going. You guys can walk through this journey with us. Like we're 5 months apart in terms of 30, so we'll kind of keep this going. Also, if y'all have questions for us, hit us up. If life is lifing for y'all, hit us up. We'll drop the email link down to send us some of your questions. And literally, and we'll kind of talk through them and answer them on the couch. Any last words, y'all?
Nah, man.
I'm the youngest of the 30.
Oh, please. Oh, please.
Hey, look, man, when life be life and your tire pop, it can be fixed, man. That's like,
there you go.
That's
when the
real.
tire pop, it can be fixed, man.
That's the final words. We'll see y'all soon. Bye.